Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're exploring something really central to, well, how you experience life and maybe even your success, gratitude.
Yes, and not just saying thank you. It's deeper, a path to fulfillment.
Right, and you connect this to a Buddhist idea, emptiness.
Shunyata, yes.
Hmm.
But it's crucial to understand it's not a void, not nothingness. Think of it more as openness,
Oh,
potential,
openness, okay.
and gratitude. Well, that's the posture you need. It's how you become receptive to fill that potential, that openness. Emptiness is possibility, you see, and gratitude. It's like having your hands open, ready.
That's a really helpful way to picture it. Like the world has things to offer, but you need to be aware, right? Not just constantly chasing things or stuck in expectations.
Exactly.
It reminds me of that story, the old one, about the monk and the beggar up in the Himalayas.
Ah, yes. A beautiful illustration. This monk finds a beggar who's just crushed by this feeling of having nothing.
I have nothing, he says. You can almost feel the weight of that despair. Nothing belongs to me.
It's such a heavy burden. But the monk, he doesn't argue directly. He approaches it gently.
With simple questions.
Yes. He asks, "Do you see the sun?" And the beggar, even lost in his sorrow, has to admit, yes, he feels the sun. He sees the light.
And the air.
And the air you breathe, the monk asks, does that belong to nothing? So simple, yet.
It cuts right through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's where the monk shares this incredible insight.
He says, and this is really key, gratitude does not depend on what you lack, but on what you choose to notice.
Wow, so your reality isn't what's missing.
It's where you put your attention. Change your focus, you change your world. It's that simple and that profound.
That redirection, that feels like the turning point.
It is. The beggar starts thinking about the sun, his breath, these
Yeah.
fundamentals, and this small shift. It changes everything for him.
He doesn't suddenly get rich, right?
No, not materially. But he finds this inner peace he never knew. He starts noticing the ground under him, the food he finds, simple things.
And people notice the change in him.
They did. His whole demeanor shifted. Opportunity started appearing. And amazingly, he ended up becoming a teacher himself, sharing that very lesson.
It's an incredible story. Shows how perspective can just unlock so much.
And it's not just an ancient tale. You see it today. Think about Oprah Winfrey. Her struggles were immense.
Oh, absolutely. Poverty, abuse, discrimination.
Yeah.
Just unimaginable obstacles. But she talks constantly about her gratitude practice.
That nightly ritual, writing down 5 things, even tiny things, right?
Yeah, like a good meal, someone being kind, a lesson learned even from a mistake. It sounds almost too simple.
Doesn't it? But that consistency, deliberately focusing on the good day after day, it clearly reshaped her mindset. It helped her rise above it all.
It's proof that sustained practice, even with small things, can be a lifeline.
So you look at the beggar from centuries ago and Oprah today. What's the connection?
It's that understanding, isn't it? Gratitude isn't just feeling happy when good things happen. It's an active choice, a practice.
A daily discipline. And it's not just philosophical. There's real science behind it now in terms of our brains.
Right, the neuroscience. When you practice gratitude, your brain actually releases chemicals.
Dopamine and serotonin, yes. The very things linked to pleasure, well-being, reduce stress. It's like a natural reward system kicks in.
And the more you do it.
The stronger those positive pathways become. It gets easier to focus on the good. You're essentially training your brain for happiness, giving it a natural boost.
That makes so much sense. Which kind of leads into another Buddhist idea you mentioned, interdependence. Pradityasamutpada.
Exactly. This deep understanding that nothing exists on its own. Everything is connected.
We're all part of this huge, intricate web.
Precisely. Your life is supported by countless unseen forces, relationships. Think about the chair you might be sitting on right now.
Yeah, okay. Someone designed it, someone sourced the material, someone built it, shipped it.
It's a whole chain of effort just for that one object. Or, your morning coffee.
The farmer, the roaster, the shipper, the barista. So many people involved in that simple cup.
So when you practice gratitude, you're honoring that web. You start to feel that you're never really isolated. It's like tugging one thread in a web makes the whole thing vibrate. Gratitude acknowledges those vibrations, those connections.
And this connects to impermanence too, Anitya, the idea that everything changes.
It does. Because if everything is constantly changing, fleeting, gratitude helps you truly appreciate this moment.
Because it won't last forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You cherish what you have now. Instead of taking it for granted or always looking ahead, impermanence is like a river flowing. Gratitude helps you appreciate the water passing by right now.
So for someone listening, maybe feeling a bit like that beggar, like I don't have enough, how do they start practically?
Well, go back to that image of the empty bowl. Your life, open and receptive. Instead of trying to fill it just with things or achievements, try filling it with appreciation for the intangible things already there.
Like starting a small daily habit.
A simple ritual can be powerful. Maybe each morning, just take a moment. Name 3 specific things you feel grateful for.
And they don't have to be big things.
Not at all. The sun on your face,
Yeah.
birds singing outside, a moment of laughter yesterday, even just feeling your own inner strength that got you through something tough. Small joys can hold deep meaning when you notice them.
And this starts a kind of positive cycle.
It really does, a ripple effect. You start noticing more things to be grateful for. Your awareness just shifts towards the positive.
You might see opportunities you missed before. Relationships get better.
Yes. And that fundamental mindset shift happens from scarcity, from lack, towards abundance and appreciation. It takes root.
Now, there's also the Buddhist idea of the middle way. How does that fit with gratitude?
The middle way is all about balance, avoiding extremes. With gratitude, it's easy to fall into one of 2 traps.
Okay, what are they?
Well, one is constantly focusing on what you lack. That just breeds unhappiness. The other extreme is becoming complacent, just taking everything for granted.
So true gratitude is somewhere in between.
It's finding that equilibrium, that balanced path.
You had that analogy of the mountain trail.
Yes. Imagine walking a narrow path. On one side, a steep cliff that's craving, dissatisfaction, always wanting more. On the other, a hard rock face that's complacency, being closed off to change.
You need to stay in the middle to be safe.
Exactly. Gratitude is that middle path. Appreciating what you have right now, but still staying open to growth, to what comes next.
So acknowledging the good without getting stuck and seeing challenges without being overwhelmed.
Perfectly put. It's that delicate balance, appreciating the present, staying open to the future, recognizing abundance without greed, scarcity without despair.
You told me about Maya, the young entrepreneur. She seemed to embody this.
She did. She started her business during an economic downturn. Risky time. But she deliberately chose to anchor herself in gratitude.
Every morning, she wrote down 3 things.
3 things she appreciated about the journey itself, even when it was hard.
Like just having the courage to start, or support from friends, or even lessons from mistakes.
Exactly those kinds of things. And this daily practice, it shifted her perspective entirely. Obstacles weren't roadblocks anymore.
They became learning opportunities, stepping stones.
Precisely. And her authenticity, her genuine appreciation for the process, it attracted clients. Partnerships formed naturally. Her business thrived, not just financially, but with real purpose.
It really highlights that idea of difficulties being teachers, dukkha, not avoiding struggle, but learning from it.
And gratitude is the key that unlocks those lessons. It lets you embrace challenges with curiosity, knowing there's value even in hardship. Maybe it's just the resilience you build.
It's amazing how neuroscience is catching up with this ancient wisdom. You said studies show gratitude actually rewires the brain.
Absolutely. Research, places like Harvard, shows gratitude practices activate reward centers, they boost pleasure, contentment. It even helps with empathy and decision-making.
And people keeping gratitude journals actually report being happier, less depressed.
Tangible benefits, yes. And scans even show more activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part for emotional regulation, self-control. It's like you're literally training your brain to be more balanced and positive.
That mental gardening metaphor you used makes so much sense here.
It does, doesn't it? You plant seeds of gratitude, you tend them consistently, and you cultivate this inner landscape of optimism and resilience.
Like any garden, it needs regular care.
And the more you nurture it, the more it blossoms in your life.
So, besides journaling, what other ways can people cultivate this deeper gratitude? You mentioned mindful observation from Zen.
Yes, a wonderful way to go deeper. Take an ordinary object, a teacup, a pen, a tree outside, and just observe it mindfully.
Use all your senses. Texture, color, scent, function.
Exactly. Then reflect. Where did it come from? What's its journey? What role does it play, however small, in your life?
Taking time for that kind of deep observation.
It reveals the interconnectedness in a very visceral way. You start appreciating the overlooked details of daily life.
And the gratitude spiral. How does that work?
That's powerful for seeing interdependence. Start with one thing you're grateful for right now. Then ask, what made this possible? And trace it back.
So, like, if I'm grateful for this meal,
You think of the cook, the ingredients, the farmer, the transporter, the market. Keep going back.
Wow, you start to see how many threads connect to just one simple thing.
It vividly shows the web supporting your existence. It deepens gratitude for all the contributions, seen and unseen.
And you mentioned gratitude can even dissolve the ego, that sense of separation.
Yes, the ego often creates that me versus them feeling, isolation, competition. Gratitude softens those boundaries. It reminds you constantly you are connected.
So thanking someone affirms their value, strengthens the connection.
It does, and it fosters humility. When you recognize all the factors, all the people contributing to your success, you realize achievements are rarely solitary. There's always a network.
Like Oprah again, always thanking her mentors, the people who believed in her.
Absolutely. And her expressing that gratitude openly creates a positive feedback loop. People want to help someone who appreciates them. It builds goodwill.
But what about tough times? Does gratitude mean ignoring pain or pretending everything's okay? That feels important to address.
A crucial point. No, authentic gratitude doesn't mean denial. It embraces the whole spectrum of human experience, joy and sorrow. Both teach us, help us grow.
You use that beautiful metaphor, kintsugi, the Japanese pottery.
Yes, repairing broken pottery with gold lacquer. Instead of hiding the cracks, they highlight them. Celebrating the object's history, its resilience.
So our own struggles, our cracks.
Gratitude invites us to see them not as flaws, but as part of our story, evidence of healing, of evolution. You can be grateful for the lessons learned through pain.
So listeners might ask themselves, where am I on that middle way with gratitude? Am I focusing too much on lack or getting complacent?
Good questions for reflection. What steps can you take to deepen appreciation right now, even with challenges? It's an ongoing journey, not a destination.
And then there's that paradox. Focusing on what you have somehow brings more.
It seems counterintuitive, but yes, it ties into karma, actions create effects. Gratitude is a positive action.
Sending out vibrations of appreciation.
Exactly. Like planting seeds of thanks. The more you cultivate that inner gratitude, the more positive experiences you tend to attract or notice.
You told me about Aiko, the elderly woman in Japan. She radiated gratitude.
She was remarkable. Lived simply, but had this profound, constant thankfulness. Greeted the sun with gratitude, thanked everyone she met.
And strange things happened around her. Her garden thrived, people helped her anonymously.
Yes, misfortune seemed to pass her by. And when asked, she said she wasn't chasing blessings, just deeply grateful when they arrived. A fundamental shift in relating to the world.
It links to that idea of energetic resonance, like from quantum physics.
The concept is similar. We vibrate at certain frequencies, we attract what resonates. Radiating gratitude aligns you with the frequency of abundance, of well-being.
It helps dissolve blocks like doubt and fear.
Yes, blocks that might prevent you from even seeing the opportunities already there.
It's like putting on those golden lenses you mentioned, changes how you see everything you already have.
Precisely. Even drinking water becomes a miracle when seen through gratitude, clean water readily available. The ordinary becomes extraordinary.
And you suggested combining gratitude with metta, loving kindness meditation.
A deeply transformative practice. Find a quiet space, breathe deeply, bring someone you appreciate to mind, silently repeat phrases of well-being and thanks for them.
Like, may you be happy, may you be healthy, thank you.
Yes, and then crucially, extend that same kindness and gratitude to yourself. Acknowledge your own worth, your efforts. It fosters connection and wholeness.
This ability of gratitude to shift perspective, it sounds like psychological reframing.
It is, very much so.
Oh.
Reframing is choosing to see a situation differently, looking for opportunities, lessons. Gratitude is a powerful tool for that.
Like Sarah Blakely, the Spanx founder, facing endless rejections.
Countless. But she had that daily habit. 3 things she was grateful for, even when discouraged. It sustained her resilience, her creativity. Rejections became stepping stones, not dead ends.
And anyone can do this. Just pause in a tough moment and ask,
What can I learn? What, even in this struggle, can I be grateful for? It shifts you from feeling like a victim to feeling empowered, able to learn and grow.
which brings us to the final, maybe deepest paradox. The more gratitude you give, the more you receive.
It speaks to that interconnectedness again. And in Buddhism, it mirrors dana, the virtue of generosity. Expressing thanks makes you want to give back, to pay it forward.
Creating a virtuous cycle, like studies showing volunteering increases happiness.
Exactly. It reinforces purpose, connection. And generosity doesn't have to be huge. A genuine compliment, an extra tip, offering your time, your empathy, small acts matter.
So as we wrap up, maybe the core question for everyone listening is, what would happen if you approached each day intending to notice, honor, celebrate the abundance already here?
What untapped resources might you find? What deeper connections? Might success start to look less like accumulation and more like appreciation?
It really feels like gratitude isn't just a technique, but a way of living, inviting presence, trust in life's unfolding.
Indeed. Embracing gratitude aligns you with ancient wisdom, modern psychology, and just universal truths, leading towards a more meaningful, fulfilling, and deeply appreciated life.